Hi guys, so today I have some two new sealed by Spellbinders wax seal stamp designs to share with you guys. They did some designs free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I'll have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're a purchase items to those links. So they just recently came out with these guys, the sweetest XOXO with like a little tic-tac-toe with a little heart in the center there, and then the Have a Nice Day wax seal stamps. Again, it's a complete stamp with the head, you know, with the wooden handle and everything. It's not just like a replacement head on each one of these guys. And they are just nice and weighty, and I did a whole tutorial review, you know, when they first launched these guys. And so today we're just gonna have some fun here. And so just let me bring these guys out. I did bring out some of my other items there. Look how cute. And the heads are about an inch in size. I did bring out the basic kit so I can have my little burner and things in here, my little spoon. I did bring out some wax bits that I had from before in some different colors. I'm not sure, did we use the black one yet? Oh yeah, we did. So we have those. I think I'm going to pair them up with these other glimmer plates and this sealed blooms. Sealed blooms is so lovely. So it's these sprigs, and of course these are samples that I get, so yours will be packaged differently, of course. These beautiful sprigs here, and then we have some little blooms that can be popped on top, and then we have centers if you want to use the centers, so we're going to use those today. And I also have some plates. I just want to get the names of these. So I have these glimmer plates. This one is the sealed glimmer sentiments, so very basic name there. And then the other one I have is the sealed berry wreath glimmer plates, and I believe that one has some dies. So we have all these really nice sentiments here. Again, a whole set of glimmer plates for sentiments for this lineup, and I can read you some of them. I have it pulled up here just so I can check those out real quick. And it has things like you're a great friend, wishing you all the best, a little message to say, you know, you melt my heart, have a wonderful day. I mean, there's just tons of, or there are tons of sentiments there. And then the berry wreath is so cute. So you can do half a wreath, you can do a portion of it, you can do the whole thing. I mean, you can use this however you would like. And the whole design of this is basically so you have your wreath, and then you can, you know, put your little seal in there and stamp, you know, press it or have the seal pre-made on the silicone mat and then add it there. And then you have also a sentiment here that says best wishes that you can also die cut out if you would like to use it that way. So that's what we have here. And so we'll play with these things today. So what I'm going to do is just get some card bases and get some things going, and we will get started. So with the one that I'm just going to put like a foil sentiment, I'm going to go wild. This yellow paper, I'm going to put that guy right there. And I'm just going to cut this little piece of blue foil here. Does it have a name on the back? No, it doesn't have the name, but either way, I will figure that out if they still have the 4-pack like I just showed you, or just, you know, the one color by itself. Actually, well, yeah. I was saying maybe I don't have to pick this off, but I do. So I always put just the amount that you need, right, for that plate. You don't need any extra. Sometimes that causes overfoiling or things like that. So I always try to just get just about the right amount that we need for this. Oh. And then we'll go from there. So for this guy, just pop that down there. Yep. And making sure we have it the right way. You're a great friend. And just gonna put that right there. So I think that looks lined up pretty well. And the blue is facing me, the pretty part facing up, because it's going to be pushed into the paper, so that's why, you know, you have your plate facing down and that facing the right way. And I already have my glimmer plugged in, so we'll start with that. And with this guy, I'm going to do both sides of the wreath. I'm not real sure why it's separate, but again, because like, let's say you just want to do a little half wreath, it looks really pretty. So we have these two pieces, but they basically go together also. So I'm going to cut down some kind of coppery colored paper for that one. It's called Blush. Actually, it's like a pinky copper. And I'll be right back. A little bit extra foil there, but hopefully Won't do too much there, it'll be fine. This guy is hot and ready to go, and whenever you put this on here, you definitely want the plate touching the surface, okay? So ask me how I know, because many times I put it this way. Plate needs to touch the surface, and it's the smallest little thing up here. I'm gonna move it up kind of towards the center, just so it's not lost there. And I'm gonna place my plates, because that's what I like to do, and then I'm gonna press timer. Sorry, down this corner, we press timer, and when it stops blinking, that means it's time to go. And I'll roll it through my Platinum 6. So I'll have this guy ready too. And then we'll play with the wax seals once we get these other base items done that we need. Okay, so the timer just went off, and I'll move this carefully. And I'm just gonna run that through. And the paper I'm using, again, you want to use the smoothest paper. Oh, it'd be good if I had opened this. The smoothest paper you can. And I like thicker papers, but sometimes that doesn't really matter. So let's see what we got. Oh, so pretty. Oh, and don't forget to pop this back on. So I'll do the same thing with the next frame set. I'll just, again, when this thing says it's ready, ooh, when it says platform ready, I'm just gonna pop this down like this, right? Because we need the plate touching the surface, and I'll run it through and I'll be back. Well, this one is warming up the plate there. I'm just gonna go ahead and just glue this down because I know I'm just gonna stick that down, so I will do that and I'll be right back. Rolling that through, and I'm gonna roll it through twice just in case. There was a lot on that one, so. Let's check it out. These are some bigger plates, so I wanna make sure not too hot. Oh my goodness, you guys, look how beautiful that is. So I got this out just in case I need to hold onto my plates with it, but let's bring this off of here. And let's go ahead and turn off our machine because I am done. And then again, if you have any overfoiling, which I have a little bit right there, we'll erase it in just a minute. If you have any of those cool Spellbinders flat plates that help you use this later, that'd be awesome. Wouldn't that be nice to run it through with a circle or even a square shape or whatever, because this little area will be in there. It just depends. Or you can mat it up with tons of paper to make it thick enough so that it'll go through like if it was a die, and this whole thing will stick to another piece of paper, you know? So you can definitely use that, and I always keep mine just in a little box over here. All right, guys, I'll be right back. So for a little overfoiling, I just take a soft eraser and just flatly erase over the top. If you dig in the corner, it's possible you're going to erase some of the foiling that you want to keep, like the foiling that's within, you know, the shape. Because what happens is with these guys, it's kind of like a letterpress, so it gets pushed in to the paper. So, well, on here you can't really see that, but sometimes you can see the design on the back, the way it's pushed in. So I'm just going to take a moment and erase that little extra overfoiling. And then I'm just going to glue this down, okay? And then we'll move on to doing the wax seal bit and all that. I'll be right back. So here's our card base, and you know what? I changed my mind on this one. I'm gonna put it over here, and then I even have this little Hope Blooms that I die cut, foiled and die cut the other day, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun. So let's do a wax seal and then this, but I'm gonna do the wax seal right on here, just so, you know, why not? So the other one I will pour on here though. So for this one, You're a Great Friend, we're gonna use that along with these little guys. So I'm just going to cut these and then add our wax seal separately on that one. And you know what, I wasn't even paying attention to the colors that we have here as far as like what colors I have of wax. How about that? Let's just go all out, huh? Okay, so let's do that, and then that's upside down. We'll put this on here, and we just need like 2 or 3 of these little guys. Let's do 3. I would say 3 or 4. I think if you do 2, that's too little. Is what we found with that size seal. And then I need a candle, which I always have here. I should leave it in the case. I don't know why I put it separately. And let's go ahead and light that guy up. Okay, and then I'm gonna let that melt down for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, so unfortunately that last candle went out because I guess it was on its last leg. But for right now, I'm just gonna move this over to the side. And since I'm gonna prepare this first, I'm just gonna pour it its own little circle here. Really trying to get every little bit out of that. And then this guy, since I'm going to use it later, it's the Have a Nice Day one, since I'm going to place it later, it doesn't really matter where it's facing, I'm just going to pop it right down into the wax. And I hope that was enough. I might need 4 next time. So we're going to leave that for a few seconds. I'm going to clean this out and I'll be right back. This little guy out. Aww. There's my little wax seal. Have a nice day. I think for the next one I'll use 4 bits, and then I think it's gonna go in here. So let's do this pink, light pink. And like I said, we'll add 4 on there. The only reason I had a little bit of soot, like I said, if you're using this and it's keeping it the right way, you won't get soot on your little spoon for the most part, is because I got it real close to that last one. I said, oh, I guess it's not working because the flame was so low. So I put it really close, and that was where that soot came from. But let's go ahead and put that guy on there and let that do its thing, and then I'm going to pour it right onto my card base, so we will take a little more care with this one. I'm going to use the XOXO one, and I will be right back. These are really hot, so you know, I'm impatient, so I like to poke at them with the pokey tool just to flatten them out to get the most melt, so they melt quicker. I'll be back. Okay guys, so I'm gonna pour this around here, and this will, you know, I want it to be a little bit playful, so it's not the biggest deal, but we will pour this right in the center of our card. Again, get as much out as you can. And XOXO with the heart facing the right way. And you know, we can do a little sideways or however we would like to. And that is what I'm gonna leave there. And funny enough, I think I'm gonna melt this down and then add one more. So all I'm gonna do is just kind of take this apart so I can melt it down again, and melt it down with one extra and do it again for this guy. I feel like I needed that 4th bead. And this, the way I clean it out is I literally just wipe it when it's still hot. And if you want it marbled, you know, you can just leave it and move on to the next color. It's not the biggest deal. But I'm gonna let that melt down, and I will be right back. It's already melting. Okay guys, let's check this guy out. How cute! And I did it sideways on purpose because that way, it, you know, if we were a little bit off, it wouldn't just be like, oh, it's a little bit off. So instead, it's just like completely a little bit off kilter, and then we'll put our little Hope Blooms in here. I think that'd be lovely. That's that card. And this one, I don't know if you knew that, you can remelt it. You want to keep an eye on it, of course. And you can't do this with every type of wax because some waxes are different than others. But there we go. And I'm going to do it again with the Have a Nice Day one. So I will be right back. Same thing. Just going to pour it all out and stamp this in. Check this guy out. Aww. And there it is. Just a little more wax and it just fills it out that much better. So we have that guy. And so what I'm going to do is just run these guys through. So we have all our sprigs. I'll do all of them just so we can see them all with some kind of green, and then, you know, a color that goes back to what's going on here. I have a lot going on here. Maybe the blue again or something, I don't know. And some centers possibly, and I'll be right back. It's just like hold on in their little space here. So I just went with some really bright colors. So I have this bright green. And then I'm going to cut these guys out of this reflective blue paper to bring some of that blue back from in there. So I'll do that. Let me see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they all cut at once if you're going to use all 4 sprigs. So that's really nice. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my little flowers here. And one of them is side facing. So that means like this piece, I assume, yeah, is like the base of it. So I just cut the centers out of green paper. I figured that would work for the whole thing. So we have those guys there. And then let me bring this over, and we have some smaller bits and some larger bits. So I'm going to put this here, and a little here, and a little here, and a little here. And like this one, this is that side facing one. So I'm just going to take that little piece, and basically it's like the outside of the flower, you know, like the bud, or I don't know, not the bud, but the base part there. And then these other guys, I guess I'm just going to pop them in. I don't know, you know, if they have a particular place. Like that one looks larger, so let's put in that guy. And then this one's a little bit like a medium size, I guess. And I'm gonna let those set up because my flower bases are that kind of metallic paper. They're really slippery. So I'm gonna let that set up before we move on. Actually, I guess I could play with this other part first and then we can just pop the flowers on. Well, maybe not. But we can kind of think about how, oh, see, I'm already, I want these guys to be in here. Right? If we use all 3 sprigs. Something like that, and maybe they have a nice day down in here. Something like that, right? So, I'll be right back because yeah, we are gonna have to place the flowers. So I'm gonna take a moment and match up my little flowers. It looks like that one is that one. Probably a little too much glue there. I'll pat some off over here somewhere. All right. That looks pretty good. There you go. How cute. Look at that blue. And then of course the little side facing one's a side facing one. This guy looks a little bit larger, kind of like this. Side, oh, maybe like this. Yep, that's the one. And then we have the side facing one and then that smaller one. So I'll just add them on and then we'll stick everything down. Okay, I'll be right back. So we have this longer one for this little guy. Maybe that guy there. So let's just get this going. Oh, that's the wrong side. And just like you saw me build it up right now, I'm just gonna glue this down. Get some glue on this long guy. Just kind of let that one be the leader. I'm gonna put glue all on the back of this one and just pop it like this, and then put glue on the back of this one and just bring it in like this so that they're kind of meeting up so we can put our wax seal there, okay? I'll be right back. So I put some little 3-dimensional foam, really low profile on the back of that. If you want to use a little bit of hot glue just to really assure, or like some kind of heavyweight glue, you can definitely do that. I'm just pushing that on there, and you can glue it down completely like I've done in other videos. I just use glue, but I just gave it a little dimension there. So there's one card complete. I love the little "You're a great friend" and that blue, and then the blue little flowers, super bright colors here. And this guy, I just have some dimensionals on this, and I'll probably finish it off with a few little like sequins here and there. And I have again a sentiment just that I had here: "Hope blooms." I think I'm gonna put it right there. And there's that. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, some new stamping heads there, or complete tools, right? Because it has the handle on it too, on Spellbinders site. And thanks for watching. I'll have some images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.